Hello, everyone. My name is Adriana Maskrin, and with me I have Andrea Vlachos and Anne Fernando that will be presenting our educational artifact about daily and seasonal changes to you.
Hello, my name's Andrea Vlachos, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the learners that will be participating in our educational artifact. The learners in the classroom are grade 1 students aged 6 to 7 years old, and they come from diverse backgrounds. The class has 25 students and one educator in it. The students come into this lesson with a basic knowledge of the topic as it is touched on in kindergarten. The lesson will take place in person using tools like worksheets, hands on activities, dress up, Canvas slides, videos, games, and discussions.
Some barriers that we could come across in the classroom could be visual impairments. Some ways we can support these barriers are using strategies like use high contrast colors for text like dark fonts on light backgrounds to make content more visible, ensure fonts are clear and large enough to read, and provide printed copies of slides or visual aids for students who may need them. Another barrier we could come across is a language barrier. Some ways we can support these barriers are use simple, clear language, define key terms like season, weather, and rotation with visuals, and include translations or visual cues for common terms if possible, or provide bilingual resources. Another barrier we could come across is a cognitive or learning disability. Some ways to support this barrier could be break down information into small chunks to ensure the presentation has a clear structure like having one concept per slide and using multimedia like audio, video, or interactive elements to reinforce learning in different ways, like using short videos showing changes in weather or seasons. And the last barrier we could come across is attention and focus issues. Some support strategies we can use for this barrier include keep the presentation short and engaging using visuals, animations, and interactive elements to maintain interest. Use movement or brief breaks to keep attention focused. Example like asking students to stand and act out season related activities. And the last one is limit text heavy slides and use more images, videos, and interactive features to make the presentation visually stimulating.
Hello, my name is Anne Fernando, and this is a description of our educational artifact. We will start the lesson by scaffolding and understanding what students already know about the sun and the earth and its relationship. General discussions about the day and night, seasons, and what seasons we can see in Canada will be discussed, where the teacher will understand where the students are at this topic. Then we will introduce the concept of day and night. We will use a flashlight and a globe. And by rotating the flashlight around the globe, we will introduce a logic behind how day and night occur. This gives the students a visual idea of how the sun travels around the earth. Then we will tilt the globe and make the flashlight go around, which shows that in some parts of the earth, the sun is further and in some parts it's closer, which makes seasons. After visual experiences, the two videos are shown to make the concepts more precise. To explain the idea more, the teacher will take children outside at different times and ask them to observe their shadows. Then explain why at certain times the shadow is long or short due to the sun's distance to the earth. After explaining the above two concepts, there will be a quiz on children on the seasons and also an activity to create a poster of their favorite season. This activity will be assessed. After completion, each student will explain why they chose the particular season. This will further enhance their vocabulary, give an idea of the creative thinking skills behind their masterpiece. Next, in the lesson plan, the teacher will introduce the concepts of hibernation, migration, and adaptation of animals. After discussion, the videos of each concept will be shown to the class. Again, an activity is given and it is assessed. These activities are curated during the lesson by focusing on STEM components and activities and observations that occur outside. This is in par with the peer reviewed articles and its concepts. By the end of the lesson, the students will be able to demonstrate an understanding of Earth's relationship to the Sun, and this relationship results in daily and seasonal changes on Earth. The students will also be able to demonstrate an understanding that a cycle is a series of repeating events and that cycle can be observed in daily and seasonal changes. The students be able to describe the changes in the amount of light and heat from the sun that occur throughout the day in the four seasons. They'll be able to describe and compare the four seasons in terms of weather, including precipitation, temperature in their local areas. They'll be also able to describe changes in the appearance of behavior of living things that are adaptation to seasonal changes. Finally, the students will be able to describe how humans prepare for and respond to daily and seasonal changes.
We have two rubrics to go along with our two main activities. Rubric number 1 shows the expectations we've set using the Ontario Elementary Curriculum for activity number 1. When the activity is complete, we'll be looking at and grading them on the following criteria. First, understanding the difference between seasons, which falls under E2.3 and E2.4 of the elementary curriculum. Second, being able to demonstrate specific seasonal differences. This falls under E2.4 and E2.5 of the elementary curriculum. Third, the amount of artistic effort put into the assignment. And fourth, their neatness and clarity of their assignment. Each criteria has 4 levels that the children's work will fall under. Rubric number 2 shows the expectations we've set using the Ontario Elementary Curriculum for activity number 2. When the activity is complete, we'll be looking at and grading them on the following criteria. First, understanding the difference between hibernation, migration, and adaptation, which falls under 2.6 of the elementary curriculum. Second, task completion. Were they able to correctly place the animals in the correct category? This also falls under 2.6 of the elementary curriculum. Third, were they engaged throughout the lesson? Fourth, did they use appropriate vocabulary throughout the lesson and activity? And fifth, was there clear effort and neatness when completing their activity? Each criteria has 4 levels that the children's work will fall under.
The next 2 slides are the references that we used to make our artifact. Thank you for watching our presentation on our educational artifact.